Hi everybody, it's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. Just getting set up here on my live, so bear with me for just a moment. Sometimes it takes it a minute to pop on. Okay, looks like I'm good to go now. Maybe. Okay, so today we're playing with the Lots of Hearts bundle. I fell in love with this stamp set because of the gingham heart. I did like the sentiments, but look how many dies it comes with. It has tons of heart dies. Hi, Kathy. And they layer in each other, so you could have tons of layered hearts. They have a fun couple borders like the XOXO, this heart border, some floral images. It's just a great bundle to play with. So we're going to play with that one today, and I will show you what we're going to be making. Thanks for joining me today. Sorry I had to change days. I'm going to have to change days again next week too, to Friday, but then after that we should be pretty good for a little while. But we're going to make this fun little gift bag that would be fun to put like a Valentine gift in, or just some sweet treats in there. And we're using some of the Celebration Designer Series paper, the Field and Flowers Designer Series paper. And then my colors are Basic Black and Flirty Flamingo. So we're going to want to bring in our paper trimmer. And I did go ahead and die cut a lot of the pieces, but I'm going to show you what we're going to need here. We have some Flirty Flamingo cardstock that is cut at 5.5 by 6 7/8. And then I have another piece that is 1 inch by 8.5 inches. And then I did 2 die cuts pieces. One of the Flirty Flamingo, and that piece is about 2.5 by 2.5. And then I did 2 basic black pieces, and those are just a tiny bit larger, at about 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then I just cut, I had a scrap piece of Designer Series paper, and I cut a heart out of it, out of that Flowers and Field Designer Series paper. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We will go ahead and cut in, do any cutting and trimming that we need on first. So what we're going to want to do is on the 5.5 inch side, we are going to want to score this at 1 3/8 and 4 1/8. So 1 3/8. And then 4 1/8. Let me just see something here. It looks a little larger. I think I cut this a little larger. So hold on just a second. I did. We need to trim that off. Okie dokie. Now we're good to go. Then on this 6 7/8 inch side, oh, see, this is too big. I need to cut that down too. I don't know what I was doing. We're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 4 1/8. And then 4 1/8. Okay, so now we're done with the paper trimmer. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. And then let's do a little stamping before we start putting this together. So I'm just going to use the little heart here, and I'm going to stamp some black hearts and then some Flirty Flamingo hearts. So I'll start with my black just because that's easier to see for you guys. And if you wanted it really precise, you could use your, oh my goodness, I was going to say your thingamajig, your Stamparatus. Totally drew a blank there. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm just leaving some space in between. Just like that. And then I'm going to come in with my Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to go in between those basic black hearts. Okay, just like that. That's all the stamping we're actually doing on this project, because the rest I was featuring some of those die cuts. So let's go ahead and put this stamp away. Okay. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to bring in our bone folder, and we're going to want to burnish those score lines that we made. Okay. So now we're going to hold it with the length facing us, and we're going to cut up on these middle score lines and then wedge this wedge the square. So I'm just going to cut up each of these score lines. And then we're going to wedge out a tiny bit on each side. Okie dokie. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and layer my pieces on. So I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to glue this down onto my front and just put it on that front section, just like that. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals and I'm going to add my Flirty Flamingo piece. And I'm just going to layer that right into the center, just like that. Then I'm going to take my Designer Series paper and I'm going to put it towards the bottom, leaving this up here blank. But I'm going to put that up on dimensionals as well. And actually this paper is so cute, you could use either side of it. It's really up to you how you want to do that. I'm just using some of those border pieces for these thin areas. This project's super simple, but it's so cute, which I think that's what makes it so fun. So then I'm going to just put that in the center towards the bottom. Okay. Now I'm just going to flip it over. And I'm just going to add my basic black square. And I didn't do any other the other layers on the back just because it's the back. Okay, let me move my trash here. Oh, I forgot my little heart outline for the middle here. So I'm going to put some glue right on this. And place that right down into the center. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue to my tabs here that we made. And we're going to glue this to the back piece. So we're going to glue it to the back piece. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to add glue to these front flaps and put that over the back piece. So you have a nice clean finish from the front of the project. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of lightly run it over my handle here. And then I'm going to add some adhesive and glue it to the front. Just like that. Hold it for a minute. And then we'll glue it to the back. And then we're going to take some of the Playful Pets trim, which, oh boy, I'm going to use all of it here. I'm going to have to get me some new trim. And I'm just going to double up the layers and then tie it into a bow. Let's try that again. Sorry if I was off camera there for a minute. I was trying to concentrate on my bow making here. And then I'm going to trim my ends. And I like to use liquid multi-purpose glue. A lot of people like to use glue dots, but I know I just need to let this sit for a moment. I seem to have better luck making the bow stay if I do that liquid multi-purpose glue. So I just do that. And then there's our project for today, you guys. Super simple, super easy, but very cute. So thanks for joining me today, Kathy. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I know for us, we might be expecting some snow. So that's kind of fun, but it'll be a little cool. But if you're in cold weather, stay warm, and I will see you guys next Friday. Okay, bye-bye.